Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nittai Gaur, Hari Bol. श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की, तथा गौर प्रेमानंदे। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधान्ता नमोऽस्तुते। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Nita, any problem? Any objection? We are not doing kirtan. Kirtan is over. Just a talk only. So it will not disturb them. You can tell them if they ask. It's over. This talk we can have. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Who is giving? So those who cannot understand English, there will be Hindi translation in the behind. Sriman Kaustubh Hari Prabhu will be doing that. Okay? Actually that stand mic will be good. This doesn't reach.
But if you don't have stand, but mic is
there. It will be difficult, no? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So we are at very auspicious place. So this is called Pajaka Kshetra. It's called as Pajaka Kshetra. So this is the exact place where we are sitting. This is the birthplace of Sripad Madhvacharya. Its voice is clear behind? Okay. So this is the birthplace of Sripad Madhvacharya. So Acharyas always reside in places like the place where they take birth, they are always there. And the place where they go for samadhi, they are always there in that. And they always live in their teachings, the books. Actually Prabhupada said, I always live in the form of my books, right? So Madhvacharya is personally present here. In fact, these two sections are there here. This is the temple of Madhvacharya. After this class, we will go and take darshan of all the places. So this is a temple, you can find deity of Madhvacharya here, established by one of his disciples. And that is exactly the home of Madhvacharya. The home where he lived with his parents. And there are many pastimes surrounded around this place. And while coming, you might have seen there are some mountains, some temples were also there. So that is also connected to Madhvacharya. So Madhvacharya appeared. Okay, very good. Is this okay? This voice is okay or should I change? Okay, then we can. Fine. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Can increase the volume a little bit. So once upon a time, at that time the Madhvacharya appeared around 800 years ago in the year 1238 AD approximately. So at that time, before his appearance, the whole India was covered by Advaitavada, Shankaracharya's philosophy, which is Mayavada philosophy. And before Shankaracharya there was Buddhism. Buddhism was also very strongly prevalent in the whole continent of India. And then Shankaracharya came, he defeated Buddhism, he established Vedas, Mayavada Tattva and all. So practically whole India was following Mayavadam only, philosophically speaking. So what is Mayavadam? All of you must have read in Srila Prabhupada books, that which deny the personal existence, the form of the Lord. They don't accept the form of the Lord. So which is a great offense towards Lord Krishna, denying his form, existence. So even the devotees of Lord Krishna who are on this planet, they are also very much in pain that how this wrong philosophy is getting spread and how we can bring out the right philosophy. So all the devotees, they were in great anxiety, and moreover than that, the demigods are also in anxiety. How this wrong philosophy is spreading everywhere, how the existence, the personal form of Lord Hari will be established. So they are also in anxiety. So they all went to Brahma. Brahma also into great concern that the right philosophy has to be established. So all of Brahma took all of them to the Lord Vishnu and said, "My Lord, see, people are denying your existence. The whole wrong philosophy, Mayavada philosophy is being spread everywhere. Please do something, my Lord." So then the Lord saw everyone over there, Brahma and all the devatas, and then he said, "Vayu, this is your turn. You should go now onto the earth and establish Vaishnava Tattva, establish the personal form of the Lord. Lord Hari, my form is personal. So it's your turn," he said. On the other side, on this planet, here at this place, Udupi, there were two very great Brahmin couple. They are called with the name Madhyageha Bhatta, the name of the husband, and the wife name is Vedavati. So they had two sons and one daughter. So these two sons unfortunately died at very young age. So they are bereft of the sons, and the daughter is there. Generally, in our culture, Sanatana Dharma, a son should be there. A couple should have a son so that the son, he will do samskaras for the parents and then they will be liberated. So a son is needed. So they were praying to the Lord for many, many years to get a son. In fact, right from this place, they used to travel every day to Ananteshwara temple in Udupi. You all took darshan of Ananteshwara temple, right? So every day they used to travel, pray the Lord there to get a son for 12 years. 12 years they traveled. And after 12 years, what happened? Once on one day, on Sankranti day, so one madman in that village of Udupi, so he climbed on the top of Dvajastambam. Dvajastambam means which is there in front of the temple. In South Indian temples it will be there. So he climbed on the top of the temple and started speaking, "A great man who is the incarnation of Vayu is going to appear in few days, and he will establish Vaishnava Tattvam, he will defeat the Mayavada Tattvam and spread Vaishnava Tattvam all over the country." So everyone was very happy. And this Madhyageha Bhatta was also praying to the Lord there to get, to bless them with a son. He was also very happy to hear. Maybe, Lord may come like that. So then the wife became pregnant, and within few months, they gave birth to a very beautiful, charming child. Okay? And that child appeared on the day of Vijayadashami, the day when Lord Rama killed Ravana. So that is the day when Madhvacharya appeared. So when he was born, he was given the name Vasudeva. Now, you all know the story of Bhima in Mahabharata. Okay? So Bhima was the son of Kunti, right? What do you say? Huh? No. Yeah, of course Vayu, but Bhima was the son of Kunti, who begot by the blessings of Vayudev. She got a boon from Durvasa Muni, right? That you can ask five times, you can call the 5 demigods, and you can ask for a son like that. So she asked for a son from Vayu. That's how Bhima was born. Okay. So Lord, you remember the Lord ordered Vayu that you should go down and preach this message. So the same Vayu is also there there is Vayu in this world, air, but there is air in the spiritual world also. Everything in the material world is a reflection of Spiritual world, right? In spiritual world also there are trees, there is air, there is, everything is there. So in spiritual world, the air of the spiritual world is Mukhya Pran, that is called as Mukhya Pran, that is the actual Vayu. So that Vayu in this material world is expands into this Vayu. That is all like the incarnation. There is Indra in the spiritual world also. So all this what we have here is there in the spiritual world also. But that are the spiritual personalities. So that is a Mukhya Prana, Vayu. And Hanumanji is the who appeared in this planet as a servant of Lord Ram. He is also expansion of that Mukhya Vayu, Mukhya Prana. So therefore in the philosophy of Madhva, they say Hari Sarvottam, Vayu Jivottam. Hari is the preeminent, he is the supreme of all the living entities. Sarvottam is beyond all the living entities. Hari Sarvottam. And Vayu Jivottam, of all the Jivas, Vayu is the best servant. Just like we say, Radharani is the topmost servant of Lord Krishna. Something like that. So they say Hari Sarvottam, Vayu Jivottam. Vayu is the greatest servant of the Lord. So that Vayu appeared in this planet, on this earth as Madhvacharya. So Madhvacharya is also combination of Hanumanji and Bhimsen. So he can go as swiftly as Hanumanji, because you can see Hanumanji, he just jumped from India to Sri Lanka, thousands or hundreds of miles to see Mother Sita. So he can go as swiftly as Hanumanji, which he exhibited in his own life, Madhvacharya. And also he can eat voraciously just like Bhima. How Bhima ate in Mahabharata, you see the story of Bhima, how tons and tons of food he can eat, just like that. So that thing also Madhvacharya had exhibited in his life. So being the incarnation of Bhima and Hanumanji, Bhima, Madhvacharya right from childhood he was very hungry. His hunger was tremendous, so much hunger. Okay. So even when he was as a child, just as a newborn baby. So generally a newborn baby drinks milk every 2 to 3 hours. Mother has to give, the baby starts crying and mother has to give milk 2 to 3 hours once in. But Vasudeva, as childhood name of Madhvacharya, he has to ask for milk every 30 minutes. Every 30 minutes he would cry, milk, and mother has to come and give the milk. He was very much hungry. So once upon a time when he was 3 months old, so what happens generally when a baby is born at the age of 6 months, there is what? There is one ceremony, Annaprasan ceremony. So you feed grains to the child. But for Madhvacharya, Vasudeva, there was self-Annaprasan ceremony. So what happened at the age of 3 months, he was in the home, and mother, because there is daughter also, the elder daughter. She said, you take care of the brother, I have to go to market to bring something. So then she went out and this baby started crying. Vasudeva started crying. Food, very, very much hunger. And the sister could not understand what to do, how to stop the baby from crying. So Vasudeva, then she also got confused, don't know what to do. She was also roaming around. By the time Vasudeva got down from the bed, just 3 months old, and started going inside the storehouse where there are grains. And at the age of 3 months, he ate 40 kgs of grain. 40 kg, he entered into the bag only and started eating. Because he is Bhima, voracious eater. So self-Annaprasan, he only started, eating grains. So when the boy was born, so they continued their worship to Lord Ananteshwara. So they would go. So once on one occasion, so they were coming back in the procession. So in the procession, there was one man who was attacked by Brahma Rakshasa. So Brahma Rakshasa, who becomes a Brahma Rakshasa? A Brahmana who commits sinful activities, in his next life he becomes a Brahma Rakshasa. So when a Brahmana becomes Brahma Rakshasa, it is very terrible life for him and also for others. He will trouble others also. So in that procession, this Brahma Rakshasa caught one person, entered into that man, and started vomiting blood, vomiting and all. Then everyone, was scared, and they said, "Okay, what do you want? Please leave this body. What do you want?" Said, "I am Brahma Rakshasa. I have to get relieved from this body, from this curse. So the only shelter is this boy, Vasudeva. If this boy can put his feet on my head, I will leave this person." So they bought the small boy, put on the head, and that Brahma Rakshasa left. So in this way, Madhvacharya, right from childhood, all miraculous incidents happened. Once, when he was 3 years old, the Akshara Abhyasa, generally this Vidyarambham starts, right? When a boy has to go to Gurukul, start Gurukul, before that there is Vidyarambham. The parents, they catch hold of this boy hand and write some Omkara, something like that. So that's called Vidyarambham. So when Vasudeva's Vidyarambham occasion had come, it is said that Saraswati Devi personally present to teach this boy, to bless this boy with all the Vedic knowledge. In fact, when we go inside, there is a place right side of the temple where on that stone plate he started that Aksharabhyasa. That stone plate is also still there. So that is the Saraswati blessed Vasudeva right from childhood with great, enormous Vedic knowledge. So that's why after, when he was as a child also, as a small boy, he would even, when he would attend Bhagavat Katha, he would even correct the speaker. You are speaking wrong, no? You should speak like that. As a small child, he would correct that also. So when Vasudeva was as a small boy, so one day because he is a very is a voracious eater, he's hungry so much, as I said. So he asked, there's no food in the house. He went to the father and asked, "Father, food. I said, "No food." I said, "Why? We don't have money, and whatever we have, it is sealed." Who sealed it? The person who gave us loan. We are not able to pay him back, so he sealed everything. He locked. So we don't have food. So then Vasudeva, that person is also standing in the house, closed all the doors and standing, "Give my money." So Vasudeva, what he did? There is a tamarind tree behind the house. So he went to the tamarind tree, collected some tamarind seeds, and went and gave to this person. His person was Karkala, his name was, this businessman. So he gave these seeds to this person. So this person, he took into the hand, and when he saw that seeds turned into gold coins. Seeds turns into gold coins. And his debt was cleared. And this person, and Vasudeva, "No, your debt is cleared. Leave my father. Leave this house for ourselves." So that person went back. And that person's greed was increased. He became greedy and said, "Arre, how come tamarind seeds turn into gold? So tomorrow I will go again and ask, give me some more seeds." So tomorrow, next day he came, said, "Give me more seeds." Vasudeva gave. But when he got that, the seeds remained as seeds. It doesn't turn into gold. Then Vasudeva said, "Your karma is that much only. Don't expect more." So that tamarind tree is still there. When we go there, we will take darshan. So once, so Vasudeva in the nearby places, he established 4 kunds on mountains and some villages hereby. There are 4 kunds which he established: Parash Kund, Banu Kund, Danush Kund. So like that, 4 kunds he established, and he said that anyone who takes bath in these 4 kunds, he will be liberated from the cycle of birth and death. So then one day his mother asked, okay, you did like this, but what about me? I am old, I cannot go all the places. So don't worry, I'll make a kund just beside our house. You take bath in that, it is equal to taking bath in all the 4 kunds, and you will attain Vaikuntha. So then he made Vasudeva Tirtha. Just behind this house, there is Vasudeva Tirtha. So once when he was a child, mother said, Vasudeva, take care of milk and curd in the house. I am going to market. So not a cat may come or rat may come. So take care of this milk and curd. So it is there at that time it used to be big pots. So Vasudeva said, okay. The mother went, and what Vasudeva did, he took a big stone and just lifted and put on the top of that. So when the mother came back, he said, so much big lids of stone, big stone lids. I said, yeah, you told to take care, no? So I have to play. So how will I be 24 hours here? I just took the stone, put there, and went for playing. So that stones are also there inside. So once when there is a school also where he used to go, Gurukul. So once when he was coming back from Gurukul, so there was one serpent whose name was Manima. This was a Rakshasa, it's a serpent, a snake Rakshasa. So when Bhima, when he was fighting in the Kurukshetra war, he killed one demon. So that demon, again, it took birth as this Maniman Rakshasa, snake serpent. So when he was coming back, the snake serpent attacked Vasudeva, and just with a toe, he just crushed the snake. The snake has 5 hoods. Just crushed the snake 5 hoods and killed it. And it was becoming late because he is fighting with the snake. It was becoming late to the house, and mother is worried. Where is Vasudeva? Where is Vasudeva? And she was screaming. And then he understood, oh, mother is calling me. I have to go immediately. So right from there he jumped. From so far he jumped to his house. And when he jumped, there was a impression on the stone. His lotus feet impression. It came onto the stone. So that impression is also there. In the return, we will go and take darshan. So in this way, right from childhood, he was doing all wonderful activities. So it was a time for him that the purpose of his appearance, he has to fulfill that. So a time has come that he decided, no, I should take sannyas and preach this message. At that time, he was just 8 years old. At the age of 8, he thought, I should leave my family and take sannyas and go and preach. The parents said, no, you are the only son. If you take sannyas, who will take care of us? So this yes and no fight was going on. So then finally the Vasudeva said, okay, you are saying if I go there is no son, so I will wait for the time, till the time you get a son. So they were thinking, we are old, how will we get a son? So then it's not possible. So what happened, but within few years, 3-4 years, they could beget a son. By the mercy of the Lord, they could get a son. So then he said, okay, now you see, you said you will allow me once you get a son. So they got, so now I am leaving. So then at that time, the parents were doing Sashtang Pranam. Please don't go, please don't go. Said, you already gave permission. A parents can only do Sashtang Namaskar to a son if he is a sannyasi. So you already blessed me to become a sannyasi. So I am going, tata. So at the age of 12 years, he left. So it is said he joined a nearby, it was a Advaita school which was run by Achyuta Preksha. The guru, the head of that school was Achyuta Preksha. At that time, sannyas was awarded only by Advaita Acharyas. Even if you see the life of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he took sannyas from Keshav Bharati, who is in the Ekadandi sannyas, Advaita philosophy. So at that time, sannyas was only given by them. Tridandi sannyas was actually started by Ramanujacharya. Before that, it was not there. It was there, but like Yamunacharya was also sannyasi. But before that, it was mostly of Advaita, Shankarites. So he went there, he joined, and at that time, he used to debate with Achyuta Preksha. Achyuta Preksha is an Advaitavadi. And Vasudeva, when he joined, he took sannyas. At the age of 12 only, he took sannyas. And sannyas name was Purna Prajna. His name was Purna Prajna. So he got that name. And very effulgent boy, very talented, very scholarly person. And Achyuta Preksha was very much impressed by seeing this boy, his scholarliness. But at the same time, Achyuta Preksha was thinking that, okay, you are speaking Vaishnava philosophy, but where is the standard books, the standard thesis for this philosophy? You need to have that, otherwise we cannot just present this philosophy. So he was saying that. So then slowly, this Punya Prajna, he became the head of the Matha there, and his name became Ananda Tirtha. From Purna Prajna, he became Ananda Tirtha. And later on, after establishing Vaishnava Tattva and all, he got the name Madhvacharya. So when he became Ananda Tirtha, then he already started spreading this Dvaitavadam, Vaishnava Tattva, and he made some of his disciples, and he thought that I should go to Badri and take the blessings of Vyasadeva, because to establish any parampara, you should have a commentary on Brahma Sutras. Just like in our sampradaya, before Baladeva Vidyabhushan, there was no commentary to Brahma Sutras or Badrayana Sutras, Brahma Sutras, which are around 555 given by Vedavyas. Anyone who proclaims themselves as authorized sampradaya, they should have a commentary on this Brahma Sutras. So in our sampradaya, Baladeva Vidyabhushan has written this, which was directly spoken by Govinda Dev in Jaipur. Within 9 days, he compiled. So there is a need to write a commentary on Brahma Sutras. Madhvacharya, he felt that I should take blessings of Vyasadeva, go to Badrikashram, take his blessings, take the blessings of Naranarayana also there, and I can write. So with few of his disciples, he started going to Badri. So there, finally, they could reach Badri. And even in Badri, there are two. One is lower Badri and that is upper Badri. So they could reach till upper Badri, but beyond that, humans cannot go. It is beyond the human reach. So Madhvacharya said, no, you all be here, I will go. And because he is Vayu, he can just swiftly go. He need not walk. He can just, fly. So, but one disciple whose name was Satya Tirtha, he said, no, how can I leave my Guru? I have to serve him. I have to go with him. Even if I die, I should go with him. So he was accompanying, and after crossing some time, so the Satyatirtha was just falling into some valley. He was calling, Guru, please save me. And just with a wave of his hand, Madhvacharya, he just did like this and he went back to lower Badri. Safe zone. You be there. I told you not to come, you took the risk. So then Madhvacharya alone went. He reached to upper Badri, which a human cannot go. That is the place where even now Vyasadeva is also staying. And Naranarayan Rishi are there, they are doing tapasya, and great rishis are there with Vyasadeva. So he takes darshan of Vyasadeva and the great rishis, and Vyasadeva embraces him, and Vyasadeva also takes him to Naranarayan Rishis who are there. So Naranarayan Rishi also blesses Madhvacharya and says you should write a commentary on Brahma Sutras, and they give the philosophy how to write. So exactly whatever they have said, he remembers that, and then he comes down, and at lower Badri he starts speaking that, and his disciples, they record on the laptops. What are the laptops at that time? Palm leaves. At that time it was a palm leaves on which they used to record. The commentary on Brahma Sutra has been recorded. So when he comes back down, comes back here to Udupi and starts preaching more extensively. Actually, what Madhvacharya has touched is all great kings. He converted a lot of great kings to Vaishnavism. And I mean, he used to only touch elite people. That was his preaching style. He used to touch, he was a class preacher. Not a mass preacher, but a class preacher he was. Just like, but Ramanujacharya was a mass preacher. He used to, I mean, we are not differentiating the acharyas here. Their mood was like that. Ramanujacharya used to touch upon all kinds of masses. If you see, even among sampradaya, Prabhupada was a mass preacher. Went to America and stayed in a Bowery, stayed with the hippies, the very, very downtrodden people, hippies, and converted them into Vaishnavas. At the same time, Prabhupada also met many big people. He met church fathers, he met politicians, he met great celebrities like George Harrison, Alfred Ford, all these people. But on the other side, if you see Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, he used to touch only class people, right? He said when Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose went to say, all the intelligent class of people in the country is with you, he said. So all the sannyasis, brahmacharis, who was with Bhaktivedanta Swami Thakur, they are all very great, intelligent people. So class. So like that, Madhvacharya was like that. He used to touch kings, preach to the kings, preach to big people, like that. So he traveled extensively, many places, Sri Rangam, Tirupati, North India, West India, East India, everywhere he traveled and preached this Dvaitavadam, defeated Mayavadam. He was like a lion, roaring like a lion, defeating Mayavada philosophy. So in his journey, he also happened to go to Mayapur. All the acharyas visited Mayapur and met Lord Chaitanya there. And it is Lord Chaitanya who gave two principles to all the four acharyas of the four sampradaya. He said, you take this, you preach, when I descend myself, I will again take them back. So he visited Mayapur also. It is written in Mayapur, Navadip Mahatmya, that he visited there, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave him two principles, like I think so, it's about deity worship and Guru Pada, defeating Mayavada and deity worship. Yeah, these two things. So that's how he got from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and then he came back. So he completed his commentary on Brahma Sutras, and he said, I should go now back and share this commentary to my Guru to please them. So just like when a Guru or when a senior gives you some responsibility, some service, you do that and you have a desire, okay, let me share to my Guru or my superior. How do they feel? They will become happy. So he also felt that I should go back, and so this is the second time he planned to go to Badrikashram to share to Vyasdev. So even before his first visit, he already completed a commentary on Bhagavad Gita also, Gita Bhashyam. So he wrote a commentary on Bhagavad Gita, he wrote a commentary on Upanishads, and then now he wrote a commentary on Brahma Sutras also. So on his journey towards Badrikashram, many miraculous things happened. So once, as I said, he is a very voracious eater, so much hunger. So at one place he became very hungry, and there at a time he ate 4,000 bananas and 30 vessels of milk he drank. 30 vessels of milk and 4,000 bananas. And he didn't become fat. He could digest that. So that is something very interesting. So then once he happened to go through one kingdom. So that king, he used to exploit the people whoever is coming their kingdom. How he used to exploit? He would make lakes. He would use them, and they have to dig the lakes. So that is how he used to engage them. So when Madhvacharya and all the disciples came there, So this king said, you have to dig. Soldiers caught him, you have to dig. Sir, Madhvacharya said, I am Swami. We don't do this. You may be Swami or anything, you have to dig. Said, see, I am Swami, I don't know how to dig. If you show me how to dig, I will dig. So the king, by getting mesmerized with the speech of Madhvacharya, he took the, what do you call that? That instrument. Yeah, sure. He took that and started digging. And he got mesmerized by the words of Madhvacharya. He started digging and was digging only continuously. And he was digging and Madhvacharya left from there. He was digging, continuously digging. He went into that. So that is why if you go for a headlock with a Swamis, great Swamis, that is how it happens. It backfires. Like Nair was trying to cheat Prabhupada, and he himself got killed. Krishna is the greatest teacher. He is a teacher and a cheater also. So at one place he reached the banks of Ganga river, and his disciples had to cross. But that area was controlled by a Turkish king. And the soldiers, they would just kill anyone who would pass through that area. They would just imprison them and kill them, loot them. But Madhvacharya has to cross this and go to Badrikashram. So and there is no facility for boats also. The king did not put any boats there. So there are no boats, and it is a very fearful situation. If we cross, they will kill also. So what Madhvacharya said, all the disciples are there, you catch each one's hands, starting from me. So everyone caught hold of their hands. You just follow me. So he started entering into the river and walking on the top of the river. And everyone following him, catching each hands, walking the river and crossed the river without drowning. And after crossing the river, the soldiers saw, these people, how did they come? Well, let's take them to the king. So the king was a Turkish king. He doesn't know Hindi, he doesn't know Sanskrit. But Madhvacharya, he spoke with the king in Turkish language. In Turkish language. And the king was so happy and he was so enchanted by the Turkish talk of Madhvacharya. And he got fully surrendered onto Madhvacharya. He said, I am very grateful that you have come to my kingdom. Please, I will give a place for you here. You stay here, You eternally stay in my kingdom. I have to go and meet my guru. So then he left from that place. So then finally he goes to Badrikashram again, in lower Badri, and says, all disciples be here, I will go and meet. When he goes up, he shows this Brahma Sutra's commentary to Vyasadeva, and Vyasadeva also shows to Lord Narayana there. They become very happy. You exactly wrote what we taught you. They are very happy. And again, Vyasadeva says to Madhvacharya that you should write because you are Bhima, so you should write you have seen the whole war, you know the whole Mahabharata. So you should write a commentary on Mahabharata. And that you should name it as Mahabharata Tatparya Nirnaya. So then he comes back and he writes very extensively commentary on Mahabharata Tatparya Nirnaya. So while coming back also, he happened to meet on the bank of Godavari a great scholars whose name was Shobana Bhatta. So he meets this great scholar and he defeats him also in the Shastrat, he defeats him also. And then this Shobana Bhatta becomes a disciple of Madhvacharya, and later on he turns into Padmanabha Tirtha. He becomes who becomes his successor. So in that way he comes back again to Udupi and starts more systematic way of preaching this Dvaitavadam. And also I think Chaitanya Attapur told in the morning the story of Udupi Krishna. He told you, right? So that's why he was on the beach, and one merchant was passing by, and then he got stuck there, and he saves him. He gets 2 blocks of Gopi Chandan. One is Krishna and another is Balaram. So that's why he establishes Balaram deity on the beach and Krishna's deity in Udupi. So after establishing the Lord there, started very systematic deity worship there, and apart from that he establishes 8 mathas under the leadership of 8 prominent disciples. Like the names of mathas are also there: Pejavar Matha, Puttiga Matha. So like that there are 8 mathas, and else each matha has to take care of the management for 2 years, and that is how successively they will change, and each matha will get after 14 years. Each matha 2 years, 2 years, 2 years, 2 years. So like that after 14 years they will get one matha. So in that way established very systematically the worship. And he is also one of our sampradaya acharya. Krishna, then Brahma, then Narada, then Vyasa, then Madhva. So after Madhva also all those acharyas names were there, no? It is all Madhva Sampradaya only until Madhavendra Puri. From Madhavendra Puri then the flavor of Radha Krishna has come. So we are actually Brahma, Madhva, Gaudiya-Vaishnava Sampradaya. So they are also called as Tattvavadis. Tattva is philosophy. They are also called as Tattvavadis. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also visited Udupi, it's there in Caitanya-Caritāmṛta, and he had a debate with this Tattvavadis and all. So there is one story, if you have visited the temple, on the side of the temple there is one kund. There is one water body. You have seen that? So that is called Madhvacharya. So once this Attapur, who was the guru of Madhvacharya, so he felt a great separation when Madhvacharya left for Badrikashram. He said, how can I live without you? It's very painful. So Madhvacharya left. Madhvacharya also goes to take bath in Ganga. He goes for a taking bath in Ganga. So then Achyuta becomes very sorrow. So how can I live without Madhvacharya in his separation? So then he prays to the Lord. He prays to Mother Ganga. So please manifest here, so that Madhvacharya takes bath here only. Then Mother Ganga comes and manifests there. So then some servants go to Madhvacharya, who was already on the way to take bath in Ganga. So said, no, please come back. Ganga has already appeared here. So then that's how he comes back and takes bath there. So Madhvacharya manifested there. So there are 9 principles which Madhvacharya has established. I'll just read those 9 principles. These are also recommended by Bhaktivedanta Thakur. That Lord Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, He is the Supreme and there is nothing higher than Him. The Lord is known by the study of Vedas. The material world is real but temporary. Mayavadis say material world is false, illusion. The jivas, living entities, are different from the Lord. That's why if you see Madhvacharya's painting, he is like this. So this means Jiva and Ishvara, they both are different. The Jivas by nature, servants of the Lord Vishnu's lotus feet. In both the conditioned and liberated states, the Jivas are situated in higher and lower statuses and always remain individuals in their identity. Natvevaham Jatunasham Natvam Nime Janadhipa. Pure devotional service. So what Madhvacharya has taught is pure devotional service. It's a pure devotional service. Dvaitavada, of course, establishing Jiva and Ishvara as a different personality and Ishvara, Hari as the Supreme. And apart from that, a pure devotional service. To worship Krishna with pure devotion, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, etc. And Pramanas, direct perception, logic and Vedic authority are the 3 sources of actual knowledge. Like we have learned Pratyaksha Praman, Anumana Praman and Shabda Praman. So these are the ways of learning knowledge, and Shabda Praman is considered to be the topmost. So finally when a time has come that he has to leave his body, so his favorite book was Aitreya Upanishad. He used to love a lot that and give so much discourses. In the Ananteshwara temple, he would every day used to give discourses on Vedic scriptures. So on one fine day, he was giving a discourse on Aitreya Upanishad, and before that only he said that, see, whenever I leave my body, my spirit will be here in Udupi and my body will go back to my Guru Vyasadeva. So when he was giving a talk on Aitreya Upanishad, he left. He just disappeared from there. So you don't find any samadhi of Madhvacharya or the real body of Madhvacharya. Just like if you go to Sri Rangam, you will find the real body of Ramanujacharya still existing, 1000 years old, still existing there. Madhvacharya, but that he disappeared. So as I said, his spirit lives always here and he goes back to his Guru. So in this way he unwinded his pastimes on this planet. So in their philosophy, as I said, Hari Sarvottam, Vayu Jivattam. They consider Hari is the Supreme Personality of Godhead and the best servant is Hari, Vayu. Lord Hari's servant is Vayu. So this is all about Madhvacharya. So we are very fortunate to come here. So nearby there is a place of Parashrama Kshetra. In fact, this whole land from yesterday I have been to Gokarna. So from Gokarna till Kanyakumari. So the land was actually not there. It was all ocean only. So when Parashuram, he killed the Kshatriyas all over he attacked them 21 times. Everyone fled away. And he took the land and gave in charity to Brahmanas. And then for himself there is no land to stay. So he came to this place Gokarna on the top of the hill. He was there and he told Samudradev, wherever my axe goes, that land you have to give to me. So he threw his axe, Parashu. So it went till Kanyakumari and that land between that mountain area and wherever this axe travelled. So that land is given by Samudra Dev. So Samudra, he went back and that land was created land. So what we are staying now, this actually ocean used to be there here. So the ocean went back and this land was created. So this became Parashurama Kshetra. And there are beautiful temples in this Parashurama Kshetra. Like yesterday we went to Gokarna, then this Udupi is there. Then there is Guruvayur temple. So like that, very beautiful. And this is like a God's own country. This is like a heavenly abode. So Parashuram blessed this land, that this land will never be bereft of any rainfalls or anything. It is always will be full of water, full of rains, full of vegetation, fruits, flowers, vegetables, grains. There won't be any dearth of anything in this land. So even if and extremely beautiful. So if you see, this whole land is so beautiful. No? Kerala, this South Karnataka and all is extremely beautiful because this is created by Lord Parashuram himself. Okay, and then Parashuram himself stayed here. Did for some. It is said Parashuram is still there. In some place he is still there. He is still living, doing tapasya. So there is a temple nearby on the hill. There is Parashurama temple is there. There is Parashkund also. And there is another Durga temple where Madhvacharya also used to every day go there and do worship, because that Durga temple here, that Durga Mata is actually the Antaranga Shakti of the Lord. She is considered to be Mahalakshmi only. So our Madhvacharya used to worship there. So it is said this is also Lakshmi Narayana Kshetra. How Durga is also Mahalakshmi and Parshuram is also an incarnation of Lord Vishnu. So this is also Lakshmi Narayana Kshetra. And so that is on the way back, on the top of the hill it is there. So we'll take darshan of that also. So this is all about Madhvacharya. He is the Acharya of the Madhva Sampradaya. and Acharya of our sampradaya also, and great propagator of Vaishnava Tattva in this age of Kali Yuga. 800 years back he appeared. He lived for around 79 years on this planet, spread Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna. Any questions? Yes, bro.
What was the name of the snake in Krishna Leela?
What was the name of?
Snake. I missed it. You mentioned, but I missed the snake.
Maniman.
Who was in Krishna Leela?
He was a Rakshasa in the Mahabharata. He was one of the demons whom Bhima only killed. And he appeared again as a snake. Again killed by Madhvacharya. Yeah.
This Achyuta Preksha was feeling separation from Madhvacharya.
Ah.
So however he was a Mayavadi. Later on did he become
Yes. Later on when he established Brahma, actually at that time, in fact, he also has a devotion to Krishna. But because at that time Mayavadam was so strong, they could not publicly expose themselves as Vaishnavas. They could not publicly put tilak or live as a Vaishnavas, because people will ask, okay, prove how your Krishna is God. Prove, no. So they don't have any shastric, solid shastra to prove Vaishnava Tattva. So many of them were living in the disguise of Mayavadam, even though they have devotion to Krishna. So he was already having devotion to Krishna, but he was looking for a solid proofs. When Madhvacharya, established it, then he completely, turned into Vaishnava. Yes, Prabhu.
You were mentioning about Lord Hanuman and Madhvacharya. Lord Hanuman is said to be Vayuputra, but you said that he is also the spiritual form of Vayu. So, is he Vayu himself or son of Vayu?
So, Hanuman is eternally there. Do you accept that he is a servant of the Supreme Lord Rama? So, when they come into this world, he appeared as a son of Vayu, Hanumanji. Because he is actually the Vayu of the spiritual world.
So, he appeared son of a material Vayu.
Yeah, material
demigod.
Whereas Bhima took birth by the boon of Vayu. Okay, like Dharmaraj. Yudhishthira is like expansion of the Yamaraj or the Dharmaraj. By his boon he took birth. So similarly like that, Bhima is also an expansion of Vayu, because just like the sun is an expansion of Vayu. So this Madhvacharya is a combination of Vayu, Hanumanji and Bhima, because both of them are the expansions of Vayu in the material world, but Hanumanji has an eternal personality only. So like Krishna takes birth as Devaki, but does that mean Krishna was not there before? No, he is there, but he is just as a medium in the material world, he comes through that. So similarly, Madhvacharya is also the Mukhya Pran, expansion of the Mukhya Pran of the spiritual world. He is a Guru.
Mahaprabhu appeared 500 years back, then how can Madhvacharya...
So Mahaprabhu was not there 500 years back. Mahaprabhu is eternal, not eternal, no? He is eternal. Navadip is eternal. Mahaprabhu is eternal. Okay? Yeah.
in our philosophy we say that we cannot approach Krishna without Radharani. So how can we understand that they have just deity of Krishna without Srimati Radharani? So how will they really approach Krishna?
Their mood is worshipping Krishna in the Aishwarya Bhav. Their goal is to go back to Vaikuntha. Through Guru. Guru, take shelter of Guru. Guru will take you to Vaikuntha. Simple. Guru will take to Vaikuntha.
But in Dwarka, Krishna was existing with Rukmani Devi.
So this deity of Krishna, it was worshipped by Rukmani herself. This deity was worshipped by... Is that story told in the morning? Yeah. Yeah. So here actually, so just like, in Gujarat, Pushtimar, they worship Krishna as a boy, small boy, right? As a Laddu Gopal. There is no Radharani there is no Rukmini there is no Satyabhama there, only Laddu Gopal. Here also they worship Krishna as a boy, small boy. Because here what he is doing, he is catching churning rod and that rope, right? So he's actually eating butter here as a butter thief, as a small boy. So therefore, here the mode of worship is like considering Krishna as a boy, but not forgetting the other part where Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead also. And because they worship him as a boy, every day there is Rath Yatra here. Every day there is Rath Yatra. Every evening there is Rath Yatra here. The Lord comes out, sits on the chariot, because the boys like a ride, no? The boys like a ride. So he sits on the Ratha every day, he sits and have a parikrama. See, the Ratha is there outside the temple. So it's there. As a boy they worship. But it's like Aishwarya Bhava, worshipping Krishna as a Supreme Personality of Godhead, as a Vaikunthanada, Vaikunteshwara. That Madhurya is not there. Shantaras, Dasiras, this is there. Okay. So now we will take darshan of Madhvacharya here, deity temple. We'll go inside, take darshan of the deity which was worshipped by the parents of Madhvacharya. Then we will see the Aksharabhyasa stone. Then we will go behind, take some water, sprinkle some water from Vasudeva Tirtha. Then we'll see the place where he paid off the debt, the tamarind tree. They said there is one banyan tree also, I did not see, it must be there. It is said once, because there were 1-2 stories which I missed. Because he is very hungry, he used to miss classes to go and eat. So Gurukul. And he would come back, the Guru will ask, you are not attending classes regularly, how will you learn? Then what Vasudeva does, whatever classes he has missed, he would tell to the Guru. You see, I know, whatever I have missed, I can tell you. And Guru becomes spellbound. How can you tell? Not only what I have missed, what you are going to tell after 1 week also I will tell now only. That what are the upcoming classes also, Madhvacharya gives class to his Guru only. How did you learn all these things? From past life. So then he comes back home, says, my study is done. The father asks, how you are not attending classes regularly and you said your study is done. I said, my study is done. Yes, you see my stick, I got this stick, my study is done. Acha, then produce one banyan tree out of this stick. He puts the stick down and one banyan tree comes there. You see, this is a proof of my study. So like that, the one banyan tree. So once his Guru, when he was going to Gurukul, the Guru's son got a ear pain. His ear was paining so much. Madhvacharya goes and blows the air inside. He blows the air inside and the pain goes away. So all these miraculous things happened. Sripad Madhvacharya ki, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki, Thai Gaur Premanande. So after taking darshan here, we will go to take darshan of the footprint of Madhvacharya, then the Durga Mata temple, then also Parashuram Kund. They are on the top of mountain. I think the vehicles will go there. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki. Hare Krishna.